Okay, so there was one little tool that I left out of the video, so I wanted to go ahead and show you guys here, and it's actually a little bit easier this way too. So, okay, I had this pair of really cute Coach flats. They were like ballerina round toe flats, super cute. They have like the little hardware detailing and everything, but I could not find the size of them anywhere. And I looked and looked, and finally I figured out where it was, and it was up under there, which is not uncommon, but it was up like on the top, not on the sides, and it was in like a metallic silver. So I like bent the shoe every which way I could. I even tried like putting my phone in there and like taking a picture that way, and like I could not figure out the size. So what I did was I went to the Dollar Tree and got one of these little like teeth cleaning kits, and I used this tool right here. So what I did was I took the little tool and slid it up under there, and I could see the reflection and finally figure out the size.
Hey everyone, I'm Hannah. If you haven't seen my channel before, I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and I do a little bit on Mercari also, but I wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I use that makes my life so much easier when I am reselling. Some of the things are pretty generic, but others are like these strange little objects that I've either learned from other people, or a couple of them I was in like a weird situation or something and it's like, oh, I wonder if that'll work. Anyways, all right, so what do I want to do first? The first thing is a lint shaver. It's one of these babies. I have a couple different ones. They're really cheap, like on Amazon, and they just help to get the peeling off. So if you ever see something like a really nice like jacket, but it's got a lot of peeling on it, these will usually almost always take it right off. I will tell you though, don't get like crazy and like grind it, because it will put a hole in it, and I've done that more than once, because I'm really bad to just want to rush through it, you know, like this, come on, and it tears things up. So yeah, but if you don't want to buy one of those, you can use one of these. This is like a dollar store razor. I asked my husband to pick some up one day, and he was sweet. He got, you know, he went and got them for me. But when I said like the cheapest, just get a cheap one, you know, I didn't mean like the cheapest one they sell, but that's okay, because I can use it for something. So you can use this the same way as you use those. Just again, don't like dig. Be kind of careful. Go the opposite way, but it works the same. It's almost just as fast too, really. So, okay, something else is this stain remover that I saw from another reseller on YouTube. It's called Grandma's, if the light's kind of blocking it, like Grandma's spot remover. I know that, I think I found this one at Walmart, but you can order them on Amazon. They're not stupid cheap, but they work really well. And another one that works super well is this one. I know they have that at like Food Line. They make it for different, they have like a marker and crayon one, and then they have like other different types of stains, and this one works really good too. So those are kind of my go-to as far as like getting stains out and stuff like that. All right, for stickers, things like shoes, a lot of times there's just like there'll be a sticker on them. I use Goo Gone, which is it's a really potent glue and tape remover, so you want to make sure you don't spill it, because it'll mess up everything. So just like a little tiny dab of that and scrape it across the sticker on the bottom of the shoe. I usually let it sit for a second or so, and then peel that up. Almost always it works like a charm. If it doesn't, I don't know what else will work for a sticker. Which brings me to this little dude. This is actually a sticker remover, and my husband got this for me. It says scottypeeler.com. So I honestly don't know. Well, y'all can't see that, but it says Scotty Peeler. My husband got this for me. I think he saw it. It came up on like a Facebook ad or something one day. He said it was pretty cheap, but it came with a set of like this metal one that's pretty abrasive, and then it came with a couple of different plastic ones that were not as sharp. So those are awesome, and then my dog ate them because she eats everything, and that's just so much fun. All right, shipping tape, magic eraser. I think that's something that probably most of you guys know. I've seen people put, I was trying to remember the combination someone told me the other day. I put acetone, well, nail polish remover, but you've got to make sure that it's the kind that has acetone in it. So if it doesn't say, it's not wanting to focus that. But if it doesn't say 100% acetone, then it's not gonna do anything for you. But this paired with this, usually we'll get out Sharpie on the bottom of the shoe or something like that. A lot of times just this alone, like on definitely shoes, and I do a lot of shoes, on like the rubber part of shoes, a scrape, or definitely mud, stuff like that. It will definitely get that out, and then for the harder stuff you can pair it with that. However, if you're doing it on a nicer shoe, like I had a pair of like metallic gold heels. I don't think they were like a big name brand or anything like that, but they were they had like a black mark on the heel of one of them. So I did this, and I was like, oh man, like this is working great. And I like went to town and everything. I'm like, man, you know, and I was gonna go upstairs and like show my husband, which he didn't care, but you know, whatever. And I realized I scraped all the gold off, so it was now like a silver color. So I'd like completely ruined those shoes, but they weren't like a name brand or anything, but still. And another one of my staple things is shoe goo. You can get it, I guess, I get everything on Amazon, so I mean, I don't know. But this is really good if like the sole is coming off or something like that, where most people, something like that, they just chuck their shoes. But as a reseller, you can easily fix them and resell them. So these are great for shoe soles coming off. I've had like, if there's a little piece of embroidery or something like that that wraps around, I've used this to kind of lightly stick it back in place. It's glue for shoes, that's what it is. With this, something weird that you wouldn't think of, but I use it all the time. Okay, so this is one of those little Dollar Tree nail things, right? And if you pull the top off, I'm probably gonna mess this up. Okay, here we go. It has like almost like a needle looking tip thing, right? Okay, well, the goo, the shoe stuff, it comes out in like globs, like it's very, very thick. So, and if you glop it on, you use too much, it's gonna show through just like glue would on paper. So a lot of times I use this little thing because a toothpick isn't thin enough, and a toothpick or a Q-tip are both too thick, and the popsicle stick doesn't work. So this is my go-to for like little tiny areas. So you can kind of, if you can even see that, you can just scrape it on there and get in those like little tiny places that you wouldn't, you know, otherwise be able to get into. So that's saved me a couple of times on some different shoes. So something else weird, I guess, is a toothbrush. This is my favorite ever shoe cleaning tool. Well, and you can use it on clothes also, but because it gets in like the little grooves and stuff like that, a lot of times it's on the bottom, and if you're just using like a regular scrubber, you can't get to them. So this is like my all-time favorite. Actually, I use these for cleaning a lot of different stuff. They come in handy when you don't think that they would, but those are awesome. I love those. Okay, I'm a teacher, so I have lots of these. These are binder clips. So when if I'm gluing like a sole back onto a shoe or something, if you've ever done it, it takes a lot of pressure. Like, and I'm not about to sit there for any length of time and hold that shoe. Like, I'm not. So, and I've tried like the clothespins before. I've used those, but they don't apply that much pressure. So I was like looking around my house, like, okay, what kind of like book could I set on top of this thing or whatever? And I saw these, and these have a lot of pressure. So it works like a charm. You know, you just, if it's a sandal or whatever, clamp it down, leave it there for a little bit, and you're good to go. Especially Jack Rogers, if it has like a little detailing on the sole of the shoe that's peeling up on the edge a little bit, then that's perfect for that. All right, if you have a black shoe and there's like a little bit of leather scraping, this works awesome. This is black fingernail polish. That's simple. You just take a little bit, cover the, usually patent leather is you don't want to do it on like a matte surface, but patent leather, and I've just like barely kind of covered up the spot a little bit, and then if the leather's peeling up, it will sort of glue it back down and cover the color. Sharpie, a black Sharpie, you can also use to sort of color in some scuffs or whatever if they're really minor. I wouldn't do it with the big mark or anything like that. Okay, this is a little one of those little nail kits, and all of these tools are useful for different reasons. So these tiny little scissors, these are good for little, if you have like a thread or something and you can't get in there with big scissors, those are helpful. They're also not very sharp, so it doesn't always work, which leads me to these. These are fingernail clippers. What I've done before, they're really good for especially like bags that, if you've ever seen like on the hand, like on the strap, they have like the, it almost looks like a centipede. That's stupid. But like little threads that are coming undone and your scissors are too thick, you can use fingernail clippers to get right up close to it and just clip all those off, and it looks brand new. Tweezers are just, I don't know, those are just helpful in general to me. I'm always finding random little things like that I can use them for when I'm cleaning. And this, whatever this tool is, I think it's some kind of cuticle thing. But anyway, I use it for the shoe glue too because it has like a little scoop. And I like that, so I use that for the shoe glue. So suede is like this really weird fabric that I had no idea how to clean. And turns out they actually make suede cleaning kits. And I kind of was rummaging around in my house and I found these. So I don't know how expensive they are, so I'm not telling you to go buy one. But it's weird. Okay, so it's like this weird brush, right? It's like rubber. And like it's phenomenal. Like if there's a spot on your shoes, like a scuff mark or whatever, apply a little bit of elbow grease and it's gone. It's crazy. And then sometimes they'll come with, this is another one. It has like smaller bristles or whatever, and then it has like, I don't know how exact, I just kind of, use whatever. And then it came with like this little eraser thing that actually works really good. Unless you scrub too hard, then it'll leave a big mark. So I think that's all of the little weird random tools that I have that I use. Of course, I use the Q-tips and cotton balls and things like that to clean clothes. If you're doing clothes, what I do with these, if I'm trying to get a spot out sometimes, is I'll put the stain remover on it, and then I'll put like a little bit of the blue Dawn dish detergent with the little ducks in like a little cup with like a little bit of water. Or I've actually done it before with laundry detergent. I think it was in, like, I don't know, I was too lazy to like walk back upstairs or something, so I was like, let me try this. So, and just put on the toothbrush and scrub, and it actually worked. So you can actually find a lot of like weird little things around your house to use that you wouldn't expect. But those are my little tips and tidbits. I hope that helps someone learn something new or discover something, or helps you in some kind of way. And thank you guys for watching.